It was November 26th, 2007, a glorious Monday morning following the long Thanksgiving Day weekend. I was so excited about both the holiday season and closing out some critical projects that I raced into work and was seated at my desk by 6 a.m., just anxious to get it on. By 8:05, I was standing in the middle of a parking lot with a pink slip in my hand and a single box of my 25-year career. Imagine how shocked I was, how angry I was. Actually, I was pissed. How betrayed I felt. After all, it was my boss and mentor of 12 years who basically showed me to the door. But more so, I was confused, totally confused. I just stood there saying to myself, how did this happen? What just happened? And why did it happen? I had no clue at the moment to the answers of any of those questions. I just knew one thing. I needed to figure it out. I needed to understand why. I would need to sit still, dig deep, and really uncover how is it and why is it I just lost my 25-year career, my corporate identity, actually my entire identity, everything I knew about myself in that one moment. So over the next 8 to 9 months, I decided to go on a personal journey of sorts. I didn't run off to the desert to hum to understanding. I didn't hike the Appalachian Trail to find myself. I knew I could lean on the one gift I was given 35 years earlier from my father, and that is journaling. So how many journalers do we have in the room? Fabulous. So you know what the importance and how great journaling is. My dad taught me, Bernadette, journaling is like having a free therapist in your hands all the time. Use those blank pages to work through problems, to work through hard decisions, to set your goals and track your activities, as well as purge all the pains and the joys that you're experiencing in life. Well, I've been journaling since I was about 9, so I have hundreds of them. And I thought, okay, I'll lean on those journals and I'll start new ones to capture whatever it was I was about to go through over the coming months. Then it happened. I was jogging through the local dog park with my 2.5-year-old Labradoodle puppy, Charlie, who's nipping at me to stop because he hates to run. And I'm processing and running through all the events and encounters and situations I was reading through those journals from childhood to that day I was fired. And Charlie didn't need to force me to stop. In a matter of seconds, as if I was in slow motion, I found myself falling to the ground, up against a curb, bawling my eyes out. The flashes of memories and situations were of me basking in the idea that I intimidated and scared people. That when I walked into a room, I loved watching people squirm. I didn't command respect, I demanded it. I didn't give to the world, I was always taking from it. I was curt, I was abrasive, and I was combative. And there I am lying on the ground, and all of a sudden flooded with emotions of shame, humiliation, disgust, pain, raw pain running through my veins. I still didn't understand why, but I still needed to dig, and I knew I needed to continue to process. How did I become that woman? So I continued digging, And I went home, and I happened to notice the single box of my possessions still sitting in the corner of my office at home. So I picked it up, brought it over to the dining room table, just stared at it, reflecting. And the next thing I know, I realized that despite my outward, confident, and strong appearance, despite the power, position, and prosperity I appeared to possess, my true possessions were of feelings of insecurity, intimidation, not being good enough, not fitting in. I felt desperate, as if I had to claw my way to the top. And I was consumed with what everybody and anybody who came across me thought about me. Can you relate to any of those emotions in any aspects of your life? Again, it brought me to my knees. But at the same time, it was providing me great clarity and understanding. And so I decided that, I want something different. I don't want to be that woman, that professional, that lover, that friend, that sister. I wanted something new, different, and a change. And I knew I was going to need to shift. So as I went forward and revealing what I was experiencing and processing, I realized that if you've ever experienced any of those feelings, you've experienced bitches, what I call bitches. They're those internal demons, those limiting beliefs that we have of ourselves that cause us to lash out, that cause us to be ugly toward the world, doing us no service at all. Now, it might not have anything to do with corporate or business. It might have to do with your divorce, or breaking up with someone, or dealing with a critical illness, or money. What if you could just let it all go and allow the world to open its arms to you? And that's what I wanted for myself as well. So through this journey, I was able to figure out and uncover very distinct and unique stages of personal growth, ones that everyone can use, even yourselves, day in and day out in your career, business, or life. And I want to share that with you. Going back to that journal, so you can document and capture your shift, the process would be basically to discover, who are you? What do you want? What do you not want? Why do you want it? Then you would confront. And you would confront both the riches that you possess that are going to carry you forward, and you're going to confront the people, places, and things that are not serving you very well. You know who those are, or where they are, or what they are? I certainly had to figure it out myself. Once you do that, you can also shed now those limiting beliefs, those people, places, and things that aren't serving you. So you are more open and welcoming to the joys and the riches life have to offer you. Because once you do, you start gaining a confidence and a security and a clarity and focus and understanding to where you are wanting to create and wanting to accelerate all the riches in the world that is waiting for you to just take a hold of. So I have to just leave you with one question. What pains, what bitches are you carrying in your career, business, or life box that you need to shed and shift to riches yourself? You only have this one life to live. It goes really, really fast. How do you want to spend it? How do you want to experience it? Live it. What I want for each and every one of you is for you once and for all to achieve all the successes and all the riches the world has to offer and that you deserve. Thank you.